Hi everybody, it's Kathy from Huckleberry Herbs and Art. I'm back to share a little card project that's related to my dried herbs as well. First I want to thank everybody who has recently subscribed and is bopping around the internet right now doing Seriously Scrapping and Sonia Step 2's tag hop. So I'm back with a boxed card, and I'm going to start with the fact that Christina Griffiths has a very good tutorial on how to make the boxes for your cards, and I'm always looking at these gorgeous cards and saying, how are they going to be mailed somewhere, because they're too delicate and too puffy and too difficult. And I know you would still have to put the box in a box, silly as it is, but I really would like the card to not just be in a brown paper box. When people open it up, boom, there's the card. Instead, I decided I'd like to make a box that goes with it, and you can just place that in your shipping box. Yeah, costly. I don't know if you had a wedding that you were going to do very special invitations to, you could use these techniques. And if you were going to just mail a couple out to close family members or very special occasions, otherwise I personally wouldn't be able to send 200 of these out for a gathering that I was having, but I like making them. Okay, so let me get started. First of all, I'll try to put the link to Christina Griffiths' channel, because she does really incredible work with her cards, and you definitely, if you don't know her, should. I can't imagine that people wouldn't, but if you don't, you definitely should check out her YouTube channel. I did not have the dies to make the type of window that I saw. Well, I had the dies, but I didn't have a machine that could put the size paper I needed through to create the beautiful edgings that she made on her windows. So I was kind of stuck because of the size of the card with a square, although I know I could get punches and stuff. I just don't have everything, Boy, it's expensive, some of these hobbies. So anyway, I cut the square, no, the rectangle. And then I said, okay, it's just definitely too rectangle. So I put these little butterflies on the edges, and that, it softened the edges of the rectangle for me. And then again, if you saw the tag hop, you saw me using this bird in a cage trim from Delightful Designer. I just love it. And so that's the front of the box. And when you open it up, voila, you had a peek, but there is the card. Inside, it's just, what is that, vellum? No, not vellum. That clear plastic material that, boy, I wish I knew the name of everything when I'm trying to make a video, but the clear plastic material that's very shiny on the camera. Okay, so here's the card. And it's a little overdone because it is a demonstration card, and you'll see what I mean more when I look inside. So if I can pull it back a little farther so that you can see the whole thing, it's definitely got the Wild Orchid Craft Flowers on it that I love. I used Chinese braid in a rose tone all along the edges, and these are platformed, so that little spongy sticky stuff to lift up the layers of the die cuts. And then I embossed this die cut butterfly and put on the Wild Orchid Craft Flowers, the roses, they're orchids, the little open roses, those tiny roses, a little green ribbon, and the smallest of the die cuts that went with that set to make a little thank you, and more of that bird trim, bird in a cage trim, and the orchids on the corner. So that's the front of the card. Now let me, as I said, this is a demonstration card, and I have no idea how well it's going to film. And I was just playing around. But there is a little of my heather. Let's see if I can get this for you. Encased in some of that plastic material that makes a great window. And again, I just sealed off the edges. And I wouldn't necessarily put this on the inside of this particular card, but I did want the person who is receiving this to see alternatives. And again, there's the bird cage. And I had taken some pictures of this card ahead of time before I wrote on it, but I didn't make a video. I don't even know if I was thinking videos at the moment. And Heartfelt Creations. Whoa, I love Heartfelt Creations. They show up all over the place on me. So some Heartfelt Creations, and there is a little bit of sparkle there. I did a little bit of tiny embossing, and it doesn't show up so well. And there's those butterflies again. And this says thank you for helping others to spread their wings. So yes, there is a bit of a theme with the card. So I just thought I would share that with you as I'm getting ready to put all of my pansies and heather and little teeny lavender. The big lavender sprigs are already up in my Etsy shop. The lavender sachets are up in my Etsy shop. But I have a few other types of flowers. I'm going to put them in little packages, and I might even cut some of this material. This would work much better because the heather is quite large, but it does protect it so that when you want to open and close and don't want to worry about breaking the delicate dried flowers, it is working. You know, I've kind of tossed this card around a bit, and it's holding its own there. Certainly with a pansy, it would work really well because it would be flat, and you know, if you glued the edges and maybe took a little bit more time to be a little bit more delicate in how you closed off the sides, it would make a nice little home for a pansy as a treat inside. So there you go. There is my latest with the card in the box, and I hope that it is interesting or gives you some ideas. I certainly want to contribute to all the excellent ideas that are floating all over YouTube with the crafters and the card makers, and oh my gosh, I just love watching all of you, and I'm really enjoying myself becoming a member of this community. So until next time, thank you very much for taking the time to watch, and God bless everyone.